What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to the UCDL Draft Breakdown. I am so immensely excited to be taking part in this league. I am very hyped up. There's a lot of really cool coaches in here that I have yet to battle and that I also really want to battle as well. So this is going to be very, very fun. For those of you who recognize this logo, actually, this is a rebranding of the UPBA. The UPBA was back in Generation 8, and if you actually came from my main channel, you'll know that I actually took part in the UPBA for a long time. And, yeah, needless to say, I'm very excited about it. If you're part of this channel, you most likely know how draft leagues work at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. You guys should know, like, you know, long story short, there's, I believe in this league, there's 8 or 9 weeks, I can't remember exactly, where we battle each other. It's just like sports, and then there's a playoffs. It's very fun. The unique thing about this draft league, though, is there is no Terra. So Terra is completely banned. I'm very excited about this league because I haven't battled without Terra in a very long time. It's been since Gen 8, basically, that I've battled without Terra. So I think this is going to be a very fun league. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think my team is absolutely stellar for it. So without any further ado, I guess let's just go ahead and jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the team that we have drafted for the first season of the UCDL. I am so immensely excited because I really love this team. I think this team is so awesome. So, we'll go ahead. Obviously, you can see it here. It's a rain team. This is actually heavily inspired. I was taking records of my time in Generation 9 and all the draft leagues and stuff like that. Believe it or not, Palafin is number 6 on the all-time kill leaderboard, and it was in one season, and it was one of my worst seasons of the entire time I've been in Gen 9. So that's kind of crazy. It was in a league where it was like I had like a 3 and 5 win-loss ratio, and like my placement was really bad, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Palafin somehow got number 6 of my top 10 kill leaders. So that's kind of crazy. But yes. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start things off with none other than Palafin. So, this league had a bunch of Pokemon that were really expensive. There was like, Dragapult, for example, was 23 points. There was a couple of 23-point ones. I believe Spectre was a part of that as well. There was a 21, there's some 22s, 21s, and 20s. Palafin was worth 19 points, and in my opinion, I think Palafin was underpriced compared to a lot of the other picks. So, you know me and my underpriced mons, I go for them immediately. So, I thought Palafin, especially since I wanted to have a season where I could redeem it and give it a season that would be proud of. I really like Palafin. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use. Even on my scene where that didn't do that well, I really enjoyed using Palafin. So I'm really excited about it. I hope it does well, and I hope I can at least redeem Palafin a little bit in terms of playoff potential and things like that. Next up, we have got Kyurem. So, immediately after drafting Palafin, I immediately was like, I want a rain team with this. So, knowing that, I decided to kind of play around a little bit with, I didn't want it to be a dedicated rain team. I did that recently in the Luxury Ball with SPA Luxury Ball with my Mono Sun team, where it was very heavily based on the Sun, and I wasn't pressured to bring Sun, but it helped out a lot. So I wanted to have a little bit more of a balance to this team. I wanted to have a rain mode, but I didn't want it to be the full focus of the team. So, we have Kyurem to really help out with that. Kyurem I grabbed specifically because I really like Kyurem a lot. I think Kyurem is a very fun Pokemon. Addison recently won a draft league with Kyurem as well, which was really cool. And yeah, I think Kyurem is really, really neat. It has Freeze Dry as well, which was a big one for me. I really wanted to have an Ice type, and I really wanted that Ice type to have Freeze Dry, so that way I could counter any Water types that come against my Rain team, because you obviously know we're going to see a lot of Water types to help tank hits from Palafin and other Mons as well. So, I decided to grab Kyurem to help out with that. I really like it a lot on this team. I think it's going to do absolutely amazing. And I'm very excited about using it. So, yeah. And also, Kyurem was worth like 17 points, if I remember correctly. So, it was also another Pokemon that was like, I would say like Palafin and Kyurem, their points are pretty average for a league that maxes out like Pokemon at like 19 to 20 points. But because there were Pokemon that were worth up to 23, I thought these two were they were budget picks for their things. You get it. You get what I'm saying. So I was like, you know what? I'll grab them. So, yeah. Next up is a very interesting Pokemon. I was basically convinced by Zach Mander to grab this Pokemon because Crep has also done extremely well with it in another league, in the MDL actually. She did absolutely amazing with Deoxys Speed. And I was like, you know what? I've wanted to use Deoxys Speed, I've been interested in it. It was a bit expensive at 21, but I was like, you know what? I already grabbed 2 budget picks. I'm going to go ahead and grab a Pokemon that is worth a little bit more because I wanted a little bit more of a threatening powerhouse on my team. And there was not a lot of those options left, obviously, because it's round 3. Most people already grabbed their most expensive picks. So I was like, you know what? Deoxys Speed is still there. I could definitely see it going soon, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Deoxys Speed gives me just immediate threatening potential with things like Spike's Lead. It gives me like Psycho Boost and close combat, or not superpower, not close combat. It gives me like speedy knockoff. It gives me a very fast Pokemon as well. Basically, you're not going to have the fastest Pokemon on the team unless you're Nova with the Regieleki. And I really like that. I think Deoxys Speed is a really solid fit on this team. It helps out with the non-rain mode as well. So if I'm ever not wanting to bring rain, Deoxys Speed looks really, really good. It just, in general, it feels like it's always a good Pokemon to bring. So I really value that a lot. Not every battle is going to be a Palafin game or a Kyurem game, but every battle could be a Deoxys Speed game. So I think that's really, really solid. I really like it a lot, and I think it's going to do a lot of really good things on this team. I'm very excited about using it too, because I've used Deoxys Defense a lot, obviously, and I really loved using Deoxys Defense, so I think Deoxys Speed is going to really, really be a lot of fun. Also, in a league with no Terra, I think is really good too. So, that's the other reason why I actually grabbed Rain Core, is because there's no Pokemon that can just Terra Water and block, or Terra Grass even, and do things like that. So, that's why, another reason why I'm going with the Rain team, and yeah. So, anyways, moving on. Next up is Kilowattrel. So, I grabbed Kilowattrel specifically because I wanted a fast Pokemon that wasn't Deoxys. I wanted a Pokemon around the base 120s, base 110s, etc. And I knew that Kilowattrel, I think, is a really great fit on a Rain team because of its immunity to electric moves, and as a flyer, it can spam Thunder in the Rain as well. It can spam Hurricane. It really likes running Hurricane. So if I'm running Rain, I don't feel pressured to not run Hurricane. So I really like that a lot too. It also gets some fun tech. It has, let's see, Wind Power as well, which is really cool. And yeah. Kilowattrel is a very fun Pokemon. Normally it's better with Terra, but I think in the Rain, I think Kilowattrel is still going to be immensely threatening even outside of Terra. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, this is another Pokemon that's like, a lot of these picks you'll see as well, they do really like the Rain, but they also don't need the Rain to be good. You know, like Kilowattrel is a perfect example of that. Kilowattrel does not need the Rain to be good. So I grabbed it for that reason, because it helps out a lot in the Rain, but also you can use it with that. You get it, I'm rambling. So, also, we have a little bit of a theme with the nicknames. We have I Am Here, the Palafin, because obviously All Might. We have I Am a Husk, the Kyurem, because I like naming my Kyurem's Husk, so I was like, I'm just going to name it I Am a Husk. There we go. We have I Am Speed, the Deoxys, because, of course, and then I Am the Bus, the Kilowattrel. So if you know what that is referencing, there you go. But shoutouts to Uzi Gunner. Anyways, so that's Kilowattrel. Next up is Bramblegast. I'm really excited about Bramblegast here. I think Bramblegast is going to be really, really fun. I have Wind Rider, which blocks opposing Hurricanes. So it gives me a Grass type that's immune to Hurricane, which is really, really nice in my opinion. It also gives me a Ghost type, and it also gives me a Spinner. All of those things I was really, really looking for in a Pokemon, and Bramblegast just fit the bill. I believe Spinners were starting to really go during this round, and I wanted to get ahead of the game, so I went ahead and grabbed Bramblegast as my Spinner, and also as my Spin Blocker, as well as my Grass type that is immune to Hurricanes. So, I think Bramblegast is going to be really, really fun. Obviously, I beat a Tornadus Therian with it, which is really cool, and an Urshifu Rapid Strike, so that was pretty awesome too. But, yeah, Bramblegast I think is going to be a really, really cool Pokemon to use. I'm really excited about it a lot, and there's not much more that needs to be said, I don't think. It does one thing, but it does it really well. It spin blocks. Well, I mean, it actually does more than that. I'll give it credit. It can set up spikes. It can hit hard. It can strength sap as well. There's a lot of fun things Bramblegast can do, and I think it's got a really great fit for this team, and I'm very excited about it. So, yeah. Next up, we have Corviknight. I love Corviknight. Back in Generation 8, I was a beast with Corviknight. It was so good. I 6-0'd multiple teams. In fact, I actually 6-0'd back-to-back weeks with Corviknight. It was crazy in a league, which you can probably find in the unlisted playlists. It's one of my most recent draft leagues on that channel. But anyways, back to it. Corviknight is a very fun Pokemon. Obviously, in Generation 9, it hasn't been as notable. But in a league with no Terra, I think Corviknight has a really great potential of just being an absolute powerhouse. I obviously also wanted a Steel type. I wanted another flyer that wasn't weak to rocks as well. And because obviously Kilowattrel doesn't want to switch in on rocks. But we have Corviknight. I am Driver, the Corviknight. Also, I am Tumbler, the Brambleghast, because I nicknamed Brambleghast Tumbler. And we have I am Driver, because I always nickname Corviknight's Taxi Driver. So, I really like Corviknight on this team. I think it's just in general a great powerhouse. It helps out a lot with filling in holes on my team and things like that. It's very nice to have a flyer that's immune to electric attacks and then a steel flyer that is immune to like earthquakes and things like that, so you can't just bring earthquake versus me. I really like that a lot. I like not being weak to rocks as well, like I said earlier. And I think Corviknight is just going to be really great utility. I think it's going to be a really great chipper. I think it's going to be a really great threat on this team. So I'm very excited about it. I think it has amazing synergy. And yeah. Next up is when I start filling out the Rain Core a little bit more with Overqwil. So there is no Pokemon other than its pre-evolution Hisui and Qwilfish that does what Overqwil does. And that is be a fast Poison and Dark type in the rain with Swift Swim. It also has access to Intimidate and Poison Point, I believe, is the other move it has, or the ability it has. Obviously, Barbarage as well is phenomenal at poisoning things and chipping things down. I really like Overqwil on this team a lot. It helps out with opposing grass types, which is also the other reason I grabbed my dual flying types, is grass types and Kyurem. So, despite this being a mini Rain Core, my grass matchup is amazing. So, I really like that a lot. I think Overqwil can do a lot of different things on this team. It can either benefit from the rain with the Rain Core, or it can help support with Intimidate and Poison Point. And I'm really excited about it. I think Overqwil is going to be a really great Pokemon on this team, and I'm very excited about it. And yeah. Next up is Sylveon. So, you might be wondering why Sylveon is here. Well, there was not a lot of fairy types because a lot of people had already grabbed their fairy types, and there's only a couple that were left that were, they were good, but, there was... Sylveon was definitely the best one out of the bunch, in my opinion, at least on my team. There's a couple like Florges was still available, I believe Enamorasterian was still available, Alcremie was still available, but I really wanted Sylveon, and I went ahead and got her. So, shoutouts to Trans Rights. Also, Overqwil's nickname is I Am Joe. Shoutouts to Playmore with Spiky Joe. And then, obviously, Trans Rights, because Trans Rights, especially in this day and age. I feel like that needs to be said. Anyways, we have got Trans Rights to Sylveon, with just a very powerful Wish Passer, very bulky Fairy type, and also a very powerful Fairy type. Like, Sylveon is one of those Pokemon that you... it's very hard to knock out, and it also just deals a crap ton of damage with Hyper Voice Pixelate. It's really, really solid here, and I really like it a lot. It was definitely the best fairy type that fit my team, I think, by this point. And also by this point, I had already filled out the rest of my team, more or less, so I knew that Sylveon was a great fit, and I went ahead and grabbed it because of that. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Sylveon is here on the team. I think it's going to be really great. I think it's going to be awesome, and I'm really excited to use Sylveon again, because I think the last time I used it, it was on my championship team. I might have used it in a league since then, I can't remember, but I'm very excited about Sylveon. I think it's going to do really well on this team. So, yeah, there you go. Next up is our Rain Setter, Politoed, the I Am Perish, because Wolfie Colm Perish. Anyways, so we have Politoed here. I'm very excited about Politoed. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't grab Pelipper. Pelipper was a little bit more expensive, first off, so it wouldn't have allowed me to grab these Pokemon that I did. Actually, it was a lot more expensive. I think it was 9 points, and Politoed was only 5 points, if I remember correctly. And also, I felt like the last Rain team I had Pelipper on it, and it didn't feel great. It didn't feel great on that team to use. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and grab Politoed this time. Let's give Politoed a shot. It can do a lot of really fun things. It can do a lot of support. It can be very bulky. It can do a lot of very fun things. And I think Politoed is just a really solid Pokemon on this team. I think it really fits this team a lot better than Pelipper does too. Especially since I already have 2 flyers. I don't need a 3rd one. So I think Politoed is going to be absolutely amazing on this team. Obviously, this is my rain setter, that's the main purpose, but it can do a lot of other things too. It can trap, it can encore, it can rest talk, and just be annoying. And yeah, I think Politoed is a very, very solid fit here on this team. So yeah. Next up, we have Pawmot. I am Bingo. This is a reference to Salty DK Dan, so I am Bingo, if you know Mall Bingo. Anyways, this is Pawmot, so very, very excited about that. Pawmot is a Pokemon I've never used before, but at this point, I had no Pokemon between 125 and 100 base speeds, and I knew I really wanted to fill out both of those tiers, like that if possible. So Pawmot was a great fit because I needed a fighting type. I can always benefit from another electric type that also has an electric immunity to Volt Absorb, or it can just resist electric type attacks, and it's a very powerful electric type Pokemon on top of that as well. I really like Pawmot on this team. I think it serves as a really great powerhouse. It's to just hit things super hard, and that makes me very happy. It also gives me a physical electric type. You know, I have the special electric type in Kilowattrel and the physical electric type in the Pawmot. I've never used Pawmot before. I'm really excited to, though. It has a very powerful move in Double Shock, and then Close Combat, and Volt Switch, and things like that. So it can do a lot of really cool things, knockoff as well. I think Pawmot's going to be a really great fit. It's not going to come to every game, but I think it's going to be a threat that people have to prep for. So I'm very excited about it, and yeah. Next up on the team, we needed a water immunity. I really wanted a water immunity on this team, and I also needed a ground type. So we went ahead and grabbed I Am Slugger, the Gastrodon. I can't remember how expensive Gastrodon was. I think it was the same amount of points as Quagsire, so if Gastrodon went, then I could have grabbed Quagsire, which is why I waited so long to grab Gastrodon, because nobody ever grabbed that or Quagsire. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have Gastrodon on the team. This is mainly my check. This is my ground type check, first off, and this is also my water type check as well, alongside like my other water types and Brambleghast and all that fun stuff. Because Gastrodon, it basically allows me to be able to switch in against water types reliably and enforces more prep than just, I'm going to bring my water type to sweep the rain team. You know what I mean? So I really like Gastrodon in this matchup. I think it's going to be, or on this team, I think it's going to be a really great fit. Obviously, it does have the 4 times weak to grass, but we have literally Overquill, we have Kilowattrel, we have Brambleghast, we have Kyurem, we have Corviknight. We're fine against grass types. We're chilling. So Gastrodon, I think, is an amazing fit for this team because, yeah, I don't have a weakness to grass. So I really like that a lot. We have, again, name is I Am Slugger. I'm very excited to use Gastrodon. I've used Gastrodon before. I don't think I've used it in a very long time. I haven't used it in a very long time. I don't think I've used it since Gen 8, actually, if I remember correctly. So I'm very excited to use Gastrodon, and yeah. And the last Pokemon. So, we actually had 3 points left after these Pokemon, and I really wanted a Rain Sweeper. I wanted another Rain Sweeper alongside Overquill, and there wasn't that many good options outside of the 3 pointers, except for Floatzel. And Floatzel, after I grabbed it, I was like, this fits everything on my team. Well, it was before I grabbed it, but you get my point. Once I noticed Floatzel, I was like, this actually fits everything that I needed to. Base 115 speed is perfect between the Pawmot and the Kilowattrel. It has Swift Swim, and it hits like a truck. Now, you might be thinking it's very similar to Palafin, but I Am Sweeper does things very differently. Obviously, it's faster than Palafin, and also, there's, whatchamacallit, Swift Swim, obviously, as well to boost that speed even further. I can just run Choice Band Wave Crash and not worry about not outspeeding, because nothing's going to outspeed Swift Swim Floatzel in the rain. So I'm very excited about it. I think Floatzel is just an absolutely amazing Pokemon here, and I'm very excited to use it. I will say, you might not think it's coming to a game, but I can already confirm that it is coming to the game. In fact, it's coming to the game that I have later today, so that's very exciting. I'm very excited to use Floatzel. I think it's an amazing fit on this team, and yeah. That is the whole team right here. Obviously, again, like I said, no Terra, so we don't have any Terra caps. We actually rounded out our points perfectly, and I gotta say, this is one of the best teams I've drafted, I think. Especially since it has a gimmick with the Rain team. But with that gimmick, like, it's not a dedicated Rain team. Like, it has Rain as an option, and it's a terrifying option. But this team functions really well without Rain as well, in my opinion. So, I'm really excited about this team. I think it's going to do absolutely amazing. And I'm very excited for you guys to see the battles coming through and coming forward with this whole thing. Words, I'm great at this, and yeah. This went on for 20 minutes. I need to wrap up here. Thank you all so much for watching. All the coaches will be linked down in the description below, so be sure to check them out. The first battle will be going up relatively soon. I'm very late with this because I may or may not have a Slay the Spire addiction now, but it's fine. So, the first week 1 battle will be going up relatively soon. Week 2 battle will be going up as long as I'm able to get the week 1 battle up. Week 2 will be going up most likely on Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday is what I'm expecting, so be looking forward to that. And without any further ado, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be looking forward to all the content coming your way this week. And that'll do it. So, I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!